हरिः ॐ शं नो मित्रस्यं वरुणः शं नो भवत्वर्यमा शं न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शं नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. The 5-pointed star meditation 4 and 5. In the fourth you have to meditate upon the sense organs. The fourth meditation should be the organs of senses, and there is the fifth and the last meditation. So in the fourth meditation master completed very quickly. The fourth meditation should be the organs of senses, and there is the fifth and the last meditation. He did not explain much about the fourth meditation. Simply he said the meditation should be of the organs of senses. Then the fifth meditation is the very interesting meditation and a very deep meditation also. In India, I don't think there is a lot of information about this meditation, but I know in the West, in the European countries, you find, I'm sure you find this meditation in many books written by the Europeans also, if I am right. So I am explaining this meditation to you. Earth as a planet, we have to meditate on the earth as a planet. So this is the thing you have to remember. Master is telling, meditate earth as a planet. So earth is also a planet. What is there to understand about it? Lot of things are there. When he mentioned earth as a planet means you have to understand the planets, different planets with different functions and different patterns, different atmospheres, different purpose in the solar system. So if you understand about that, about the planets, then also you have to understand, then also you will understand about the earth also, with a different pattern, with a different purpose, with a different evolution, different atmosphere, all those things. We understand earth as the globe, or even though we understand earth as a planet, we think there's cultivation is there, and rivers are there, and mountains are there, and nature is there, and five elements are there with a different combination on the earth. Like that we will try to understand all those things. But when we understand as a planet, then we try to understand about the evolution of evolution. You will also understand earth in that background. It is not a small thing to understand about earth as a planet. So I am giving you a clue how to understand earth as a planet. I explained to you, and I have given you some clues to understand about the earth globe or earth planet. To space. Earth is where we are living, and the space, everything is living in the space only. Everything is existing in the space only. All the planets and the suns and the stars and constellations and the Milky Ways, all those things are existing in the space apart from our earth. 3 vault, the arch. Then 4th, corners of the earth, called east, west, north and south, the 4 corners of the earth. And 5th, above, below, and also the 4 intercorners. Above and below, the 4th one is the 4 corners, east, west, south and north. That is 4th one. 5th one is above and below, the 6 above and below. And then also the 4 intercorners between east and the south, and between south and the west, and between south and the west and the north. These are 4 corners. Total 10. 4 corners, 4 intercorners, total 8, above and below. This is total 10. That is what are the intercorners? The southeast, southwest, northeast and northwest. These are called intercorners. You should meditate as suspended in the middle of these things. We should meditate ourselves as suspended in the middle of these things. This is, we have to draw a geometrical pattern about it, as if we are suspending between these 10 directions. And if anybody can do if any mathematical student is there in our group, especially the Spain group is very active group, I know that. And if anybody is there who knows the computer, who have the computer knowledge and also the mathematical knowledge, geometrical knowledge, you try to draw a diagram about this, and you have to draw a human being suspended or hanging between these 10 corners. It is very good for the meditation. I tried in many books to get this symbol, but unfortunately I could not get this particular symbol. You also please try. It is my appeal to all of you. It is useful to many people, thousands of the people, to do this meditation. This is one of the best meditations. I am telling you one important thing. So, apart from all these meditations which are sometimes very difficult to visualize, even otherwise go to the vacant space, vacant near to the lake where you cannot find a lot of people or no people. Near the lake or near the sea or near the river or in between or in the forest or top of the mountain, and stand there as if you are there not on the earth, you are there in the space. You are standing on the earth, but you are in the space. Open yourself to the space. Open your mind, open your heart, open your complete self, and take the air as if the total body is breathing in, not through the nostrils. You feel like the total space and the air and the energy and the light and love and life, everything is coming to you, coming into yourself from all the parts of your body. Every part of your body is feeling that and receiving that energy. And sit somewhere or stand or sit. You can do whatever you like, and have a feeling about it, and you understand how beautiful it is. And then if you practice there these meditations, it is really beautiful. That's why I make it a point in my life, and every year or every 6 months, whether I am in India or somewhere or whatever it may be, I go with my friends to the forests or the mountains or the lakes or very holy places. Generally I prefer the mountains and the lakes and rivers. And then we go there and sit somewhere in the open air where there is a lot of green is there and blue sky is there and mountains are there, or a river it should be there, or lake should be there, and it should be very peaceful and silent. And we go deep into the mountains with the trekking, and we sit there for almost from morning to evening, and we practice these meditations, and we speak about very good things, and I explain them some meditations or some teachings of the great masters. And then we close our eyes and we eat very little food like carrots or bananas. We take those very little foods with us, not the cooked foods. We stay there from morning to evening. Sometimes the top of the mountains in the Himalayas, all of a sudden the clouds will come and surrounds every corner of that particular part. You cannot see any lake or any mountain or any village or any town nearby. We just sitting in between the clouds. It's a beautiful experience. You cannot see anything outside and nobody can see you inside because we are in between the clouds. Sometimes it rains. So the people who comes with me and they stay there for 1 hour, even though it's a lot of raining is there, we just sit like that and do the meditation, and after that we open our eyes and come back. So I am not telling the Europe people to practice this. Is very cold there. We cannot survive in the with the rain and snowfall like that. I am not recommend you, or I am not encouraging you, but I am telling you, when the weather is so peaceful and calm and the sunlight is there, And when it is not so hot and so cold, you try to uh, select a good period in October or May. Those are the very good periods in Europe, and then go somewhere out of the towns and sit somewhere and you practice these meditations, and really it's very very beautiful. Okay, you should understand the space as a big globe. You should understand the space as a big globe. That is the meditation, the first step of the meditation. You should understand the space as a big globe. There is a wonderful word in Sanskrit, Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha Anda. Hiranya means golden, Garbha means womb, Anda means globe. This is a golden globe like that. The entire space is like a globe. That's what we meditate. I explained to you to our Switzerland group also how to meditate the golden globe and how to sit in between and how to permeate and how to expand your consciousness like that. So I am reminding you once. You should understand the space as a big globe, the upper part of which is an arc, and the earth under your feet, and between these two things you should imagine yourself. Between the arc and the space and the earth, you imagine yourself in between. That is what his master is explaining here. This is also we have to draw a diagram. What we have to draw a diagram? The space as a big globe, the upper part of which is an arc, the upper arch, and the earth under your feet, and between these two things you should imagine yourself. Suspend in space, and then the four corners, and then above and below, and then the four inter corners. While doing so, you will get many experiences. If you meditate like this, is one of the best meditations I am telling you. And if you meditate like this, when you get the comfort of doing the meditation and you feel the happiness of it, and you have when you develop a feeling about it and feel like you are suspended in the space and no boundaries and no limitations, nothing is there except you and the space. I am also giving you a clue here. Generally I follow it. When there is a good wish, now I am not talking about the desire, I am using the word wish, a good wish, or a good intention, a good will, for example, a sankalpa, a good will, or you need some help from the heavens, or from the angels, or from the devas, or from the masters. So go to the open air, extend your two hands facing the palms towards the sky, and put your wish or intention or your prayer or whatever it may be before the extend your hands in the space and facing the palms towards the sky and pray. Ask the heavens, ask the space, ask the devas and the angels to help you, to guide you, to protect you. And if it is a genuine wish, a genuine prayer, a genuine appeal, most of the times, many times you will get the answer. One thing I learned from Master E.K., in one of his lectures, he told a procedure. If you need something, or if you are lacking something, instead of asking somebody, some of your friend, or go to the bank, or whatever it may be, or discussing with the friend, or whatever it may be, before that, stand before your master. Master means master photograph. Stand before the photograph of the master, or close your eyes and visualize the master at the brow center, and try to appeal to him. Try to appeal to him and try to request him to protect you or guide you or give the help. Right? If you do like this, you will get the answer. You will get the answer. Okay. So So this is one of the best prayers, best meditations what Master explained. This is one of the meditations what Master explained in his lectures. I used to follow that procedure, and I got the answers many times. Okay. Now Master is giving you an example here how to do the meditation of the fifth meditation. For example, when you are thinking of east and west, and north and south, and then above and below, you will get a peculiar figure which we can call the double pyramid. He is explaining you here how to do the meditation. What he is telling here, when you are thinking of east, west, and north and south, the four directions, then above and below, you will get a peculiar figure which we can call the double pyramid. And if I remember well, I have given you a figure, double pyramid, when I gave this lesson in our group. That is, two pyramids, one placed upon the other on their bases. Two pyramids, one placed upon the other on their bases. It is called the double pyramid in the scriptures. You will understand yourself in the geometrical center of a double pyramid, and you will have many experiences, many contacts with many intelligences of nature, and many types of purifications of your intelligences and consciousness. When you place yourself in the middle of these two pyramids, double pyramid, Master is telling what happens. You will get many experiences, many contacts with whom? Not only with the physical beings, but also with the beings who are not in the bodies, or the beings who are the masters, or siddhas, or ascendant masters, or great people who did not take their birth so far. So we will have the contacts with the individual persons. This is the right word. Individual persons, not with the negative spirits, but the invisible great persons with many intelligences of the nature, and you will many experiences, intelligence of nature, and many types of purifications of your intelligences and consciousness. Many types of purifications also will take place. These experiences are very pleasant as long as you are practicing the rules, and as stated earlier. These experiences are very pleasant as long as you practicing the rules as stated earlier. What are the rules? Living a happy life and good eating habits and very good attitude and helping nature and helping others without any expectations, and be friendly with others, and regular meditations and the prayers, and reading the books and meeting the great people, and getting the inspiration from the biographies of the great people, and try to live a peaceful life with good practices in our life. Those are the things we have to practice. For them, they will get lot of experiences. I will tell you one thing, very important thing. If you have any chance to go to any pyramid, you need not go to pyramids of Egypt. There are a lot of pyramids constructed by a pyramid group in India also. There are a lot of pyramids in South India, even in the Visakhapatnam also there is a pyramid. Near to the Vizag also there are some pyramids. Near to my place, near to Machilipatnam also there are very pyramids, and very big pyramid is there in Hyderabad. Very big pyramid is there in the Bangalore. And whenever the people from Europe, whenever you come to India, South India, if you are there in the Vizag, you can go and meditate in a pyramid. There is pyramid is there in the Vizag. The Pyramid Valley, pyramid group, they constructed it. The founder of the pyramid is very close to me, and I have given lectures before 10 to 20,000 people. I used to address that pyramid group. There is a very big pyramid in Hyderabad. There is a very big pyramid in Bangalore. It is called Pyramid Valley. It's a beautiful place. Like that, this man constructed pyramids in many parts of India. Once you sit in the pyramid and meditate, You will feel the difference. I am giving presenting every day few paragraphs from the lecture of the Master E.K. The symbolism of the Solomon Temple and the pyramid. Now in my Wisdom Alps group, every day I am presenting 2 paragraphs of the Master on the lecture, the symbolism of the pyramids and Solomon Temple. It's one of the beautiful lectures. In that lecture, Master explained the construction of the pyramid and the age of the pyramid and the purpose of the construction of the pyramids and how you feel when you are meditating in the pyramid, how purification will be going on and what type of experience we will get and what is behind the pattern of the pyramid. All these things Master explained in a very, very beautiful way. So, when you place yourself in the double pyramid, and then Master is telling you will get a lot of experiences and a lot of purifications. That is very important. The experience is not so important, but purification is very much important. For example, your relationship with your friends, enemies, neighbors, etc. Unless we practice them, it is a sheer waste to participate the zodiacal sacraments. This is the beauty of the Master's teachings. Simply, he will not leave you, and he will not recommend you to do certain meditations and leave it like that. He will never tell that. Practice the meditations and practice the meditations and practice the virtues also in the life. Practice all these things in your day-to-day life, in your relationship with the others, how you will communicate with others, how you will help others, how you will think about others, how you behave with others. All these things are very important to us. Then only all these meditations will work. This is the beauty of Master E.K. Generally, the people who explain to you about the meditations, they will tell you and do meditation for 1 hour, or 2 hours, or 3 hours, something like that. Or if you have time, do the meditations 6 hours a day, night or day, and you will get a lot of experiences like that. They will give the teaching to meditate for long hours of time. But EK's teaching is different. Close your eyes and meditate for some time and do some pranayamas, it is okay. But what you will do in the remaining hours of your life, day-to-day life? So we sleep for 6 hours or 8 hours. So take 8 hours for example. And the breakfast, lunch and dinner, whatever it may be, take 3 hours, 11 hours. The remaining thing you have to live in this world with the fellow beings, whether in the office or in the business or in the family or in the streets, wherever. We have to live almost 10 hours or 12 hours with the people around us. That is the main thing in the life. Closing the eyes and meditate for 2 hours is okay. But what about the other hours of time where you are working with others? That is the main thing in the life. You have to focus more in that part of life. So this year if you have 100 friends and 200 enemies, by next year, by the same time, we will have 20 enemies and 180 friends. That is the way of living with yoga. So enmity outside and enmity inside, both should be gone. We should be friendly with more people and more people and more people. We should live a simple life and a happy life and joyful life and mingle with the people without any prejudice, without any vengeance, without any partiality. Live an impersonal life and a simple life is the keynote for any yoga student or any spiritual student. That is what we have to remember. All the time Master reminds us. So, remember, this is only for those who practice daily virtues and this total surrender. This is the only for those who practice daily virtues. We have to practice daily virtues. We cannot practice all the virtues. We have to take up one virtue and we have to practice that. Every great being, every great person, every great master, they live with the virtues. They live with the principles. They take up one principle and one virtue. They live with that one principle and one virtue their entire life. Try to understand the people with this background, what I am teaching you now. They live with a principle, they never deviate from that principle, they never deviate from their virtue. So these are the things we have to follow from the teachings of the masters and from the lives of the masters. And surrender, total surrender. In the Western world, the surrender and obedience, all these things, so many people, they won't like it. Surrender means it is not a slavishness. It is not a slave. Surrender is a different word. The lower consciousness and the lower consciousness to surrender to the higher consciousness. The I am, the false I am should be surrendered to the real I am in us. Right? The personal attitude should be surrendered to the impersonal attitude. Like that. The individual consciousness will merge into the universal consciousness. That is called what we call surrenderance. It is not living a slavish life or following somebody or working under somebody. Don't take those negative things here whenever you use the word surrender. Okay? The utterance of the sacred word and the respiration. And chanting of the Om is very important here, and also the respiration. This is the second aspect of the occultism of the zodiac. So the second aspect includes 5 meditations, each of which has duration of 72 days. These 5 meditations we have to do for 72 days, that is in a year, 360 days. With this, the 4th and 5th meditations are also completed. So my sincere advice is, try to read these 5 meditations as a group at a time, or read one meditation one day, try to practice it, and second day read the second meditation, try to understand it and draw the diagram if possible, and try to meditate that for a few minutes. Like that, 3, 4 and 5, the 5 meditations take 5 days of time. Just take 30 minutes or 20 minutes of time. Read this lesson, read that particular lesson, what is there in your mobile. And if you want, try to listen to my explanation. Or close your eyes and ask the master to provide you the faculty to understand the meditation in a proper way. And then definitely will help you. And then try to do the meditation for a few minutes and leave it, and next day. And then start about 72 days if you are comfortable with it, if you have time with it. Or otherwise, I explained to you, take weekends time and or leisure time, and try to do the meditations one by one, slowly. Or completing these 5 meditations in 1 year, this is the best way, what Master explained. Try and start on some good day, and if you really like it. And all the time I will tell you only one thing. Try to, when you do the meditation, try to feel whether you are comfortable with or not. Don't be stressful while doing these meditations. If you like them, number 1. If you are comfortable with them, number 2. If you feel something good about it, that is number 3. And if you feel like that it is your meditation, that is the final thing, then you start doing the meditations. Okay? Thank you very much. With this, I have completed the 5 meditations. I try to explain to you as simple as possible. And good luck to all of you who are going to start doing these meditations. May the Master bless all of you. Thank you very much. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्य परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः सोमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ओम शांति शांति शांति।